3D Birdhouse Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everybody, in today's video I'm going to be showing you a little extremely 3D little birdhouse nail that's got a cute little yellow birdie on it. This one is mostly done just with acrylic. There's only the tiniest bit of painting on it. So that's kind of different for me. I like to do a lot of painting, so I kind of toned it down on this one. I hope you guys like it as much as I do, and don't forget to click subscribe to see all my future videos as well.
So to begin with, I'm going to start with an overlay of a very pale blue acrylic. So like I said in the intro, I didn't do much actual painting on here, so I did some details in the background with acrylic, and every once in a while I like to switch things up and either do more acrylic paint than I usually do or more just color acrylic than I usually do, because not everybody's got the same kit that I do, and sometimes you have more of one product than another, and it's good just to see options. Then I took some white acrylic and I'm just going to kind of very blend it in here and there, so I've got little clouds in my background. And now I'm going to encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic to make sure that it is nice and strong. So both that white cloud layer and the blue layer in the background were very, very thin. That way you aren't having any issues when you start filing it with the e-file and the clear acrylic on top. It's not going to end up being too thick and you're not going to get anything messed up. So file it into shape with your e-file, whatever bit preferences you like. I start out with a coarse bit and then move on to a really fine bit. Now I'm going to take, and this is up to you, use whatever colors you like of color acrylic that you have, but I'm going to take one of my favorites I don't use very often, and it's kind of an orchid pinky purple type of color, and I'm going to sculpt my little birdhouse with that. So your shape is going to be kind of it's a pentagon, is what it is. So you're going to want to have all of your angles in with a point at the top and straight line across the bottom. And then I'm going to take a dotting tool and I'm going to be using that to create the little entrance to the birdhouse. So just by pushing that in and then curving that, and it's going to work. And then take a little piece of wire and push that into the acrylic for the perch for your bird. Then I'm going to take more of my orchid color. As you can see, the acrylic is not very smooth on top, so I'm just going to kind of smooth it out and thicken it up a little bit with a bit more of that color, and whatever color you're using, obviously use that. So just sort of fill that in. That's going to help hold your wire in place, and it's going to make it so it doesn't look like the entrance to your birdhouse is so funky. So just kind of fix that up like so. And after you have all of that done, I'm going to take a nail form backing and a different kind of purple. This is more of a darker, I don't know, blueberry purple, and I'm going to sculpt a very long skinny bar shape. This is going to be for the two halves of my roof. So after you have your bar shape made and it's got nice straight lines and it's pretty even from side to side, then you're going to want to take something, and you're going to cut it in half. I'm using the back of a floss pick, which, like I said, it can be anything. A dotting tool would work, or toothpick, whatever you got. And then I'm going to, after they've set up enough that I can pick them up without really messing up their shape, I'm going to pick them up and set them on the roof of my birdhouse in that nice little angle that you created before with the base of it. And if they're not completely set, they should stick fairly well, but I would always recommend further securing them with a bit more of whatever color you use. So more of my blueberry purple. I know that a lot of people like blueberry purple, or is it not blue? But to me, blueberries are purple, especially if you squish them. And yeah, so anyways, then I'm going to make the little stem of the birdhouse with that same purple, or the little post that it's sitting on, and then fill in the entrance to your birdhouse with a little bit of black acrylic. If I were to be doing more of this design with paint, I would have done that with paint instead, but like I said in the beginning, I was trying to do as much as I could with just acrylic. I put some brown gel polish over my wire, and then I'm going to put gel sealer over the background and over that little perch so that it's not sticky. Go ahead and cure that. And now on a nail form backing, we're going to start sculpting our little birdie. So I'm doing this really simple little bird with yellow. Whenever I'm doing a bird, I always gravitate towards yellow because I have a yellow parakeet who is, I don't know, adorable and lovely, and I'm always like, a bird, yellow. So I did the base on a nail form backing, and then after that was set, I picked it up, and then you can build up each side with a little bit more to give your bird some more shape, more roundness. If you need to, you can file it just a little bit to kind of perfect any bumps that there might be. Then I'm going to glue that little birdie onto my perch with some nail glue. Yet again, nail glue is unavoidable, I suppose. So just use a little bit there, glue that down. Then I'm going to take either a darker yellow or an orange color or something, and I'm going to be adding his wings. So for my bird itself, I used a pastel yellow, even though it looks fairly bright in the video. And then for the wings, I used more of like a golden yellow. So I've got those two tones of yellow going on, and then add orange for the little bit of a beak. sticking out. And if you wanted to, it would have probably been easier to do the wings on the bird prior to attaching him to my post, but you know, I do things my own way. The only thing I did with acrylic paint was add his eyes, and that is it. I applied a little bit of matte top coat over him, and he is all done. I hope you guys like this little bird as much as I do. I do have a birthday card that I just finished for my grandmother that is on my art channel, so I'll put a link to that in the description box below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!